Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to access the internal parts of the gearbox in case that is necessary. So that's just a general exercise. I'm going to show you how to get inside the gearbox in an easy way. This is necessary, for instance, if you have issues with the chain tensioner or whatever, things like that. This is a standard gearbox. I have taken off the plastic covers and the wheel, so it's all exposed. So the first thing we do, this is a picture where you can see where it's exploded. Next thing we're going to do is take the bolt out, which is holding the pedal arm, so we can extrude that forward, like that. And then I'm going to take the side plate off the gearbox like this, where we have the chain tensioner here, and we can access the gearbox. This is the path of the chain around here. That's why when you lose it in here, it can be quite complicated to catch it again. First we do unscrew this. This is quite tough, like that. I have a special tool for, axle. When you lift it up, hold your hands underneath, so those two washers go all over the place. And you can see now we can lift it forward. It's still attached to the rod underneath, but you don't need to take that off. So basically we just leave it like this. Then we take the torque number 30, and then all these screws here on the side, all these screws here and around here, we're going to take off, and these two who hold the variable axle and the freewheel axle. Take this one down here. This screw here you should not unscrew, or this one. This one is holding the axle for the chain tensioner, and this one is the stop screw, so it doesn't interfere with the big sprocket here. So now it's basically loose, and you can see here the bearing here is held in by a lock ring. We can actually take this out without taking this apart, because this is quite complicated. There's no point in doing that if there's no issues with that. So we have to take the key out of the keyway here on the axle before we can pull this out. You just take it like that in one end and then twist, and it comes out very easy. So, and now basically we can pull out this whole part here. There you go. You can see this one we have taken the chain out, but you can see the path here. It's coming down here around the axle here on the 11th sprocket, around this pulley, and then up here is the chain tensioner sitting here pulling the chain upwards to keep it tight, and then it comes down this way again. Now I'm going to show you how to fit the chain in, the 05B chain here. You can see now it's out, and we have taken off the side plate of the gearbox. So we have now the new chain and the assembly joint. Insert it down here, like this, and twist the axle, so we bring it around like this. And then we put it out here, like this. And put it like this. Here's the actual chain link. We have one side plate, and we have the lock clips. So we're going to put this one in from this side and to here. There you go. And then we fix in the side plate. There you go. And then we take this one like this, like that. Very good. Now I'm going to show you how to mount the side plate again on the side of the gearbox after we have inserted a new chain. Make sure that the chain tension is in the right position, where the small lock is 90 degrees to the arm. So we have to put the bearing on the bearing axle, or the wheel axle I mean, sorry, like this. there. And then we have to catch the chain and put it up on the pulley from up here while we push it in like this. There we go, like that. And then we have to pull this one back. We have to get this one up here. Okay. Like that position. Then we can get a little bit further. Just go over here. And you can see now the chain tension or pulley is hitting the aluminium body up here. So if we pull the chain here, you can see we can actually bring it down so it clears the aluminium body. Then we can get it in like this. Good. You can see here there's two small holes here that have to fit those small control pins there, like that. This is the freewheel axle and the vario axle, and we have to make sure that they fit exactly inside the holes here. We put a few screws here to hold it, so it doesn't move temporarily. Now we're going to take all the screws. Don't tighten them, just put them in with a few rounds. To make sure that the axle is correctly inside the hole, like that, all the way in there. Axle there. Good, good. The first two screws you tighten are the two axles, always. And we're gonna take an extra. So we have two of those, because then we put the holes on the other side, because otherwise we just turn it over here. So you hold here while you turn this one. Have to be tightened quite a lot, like that. Good. So now it's in correct position. So now we just take this screw out again, like that. Here, here, here. Just a little bit. Will do. Last one here. Good. There you go. Now the side plate is fitted. Next thing we do is we remount the pedal arm. For that we need the two washers, the axle, and the screw for the other side. And we're gonna take and make this special tool to align it. There's a tube inside that can make some difficulties to get the axle through. You can use a screwdriver while you pull the axle in, but we make this. First thing you do is you take these two washers, and you can see they're wider in one end and than the other, and the wide end has to be towards the outside of the gearbox. So you position them like this on the bearing on each side and hold them in one hand, and then you bring the pedal arm down like this. Once it's there, they cannot fall out. So you hold it there, then you take this one or a screwdriver, and then you catch it in there. All the way through here. Just lift it a little bit there to get it through. Like that. And then we take the axle and we insert it here, like that. Hold this one a little back so it follows through, like that. And we take the screw to the other side. Good idea to give it a little Loctite, like that. And fit it in here. Really tighten this. Then we're gonna fit the chain back on the sprocket, like that. There you go. And then it's running smoothly again.